there, I'm so glad that you'll be joining me here at my Piano Pizzazz studio for your piano lessons this year. We're going to be doing an Olympic theme. I have chosen 2 books to help us be stronger and ready for all of the things that you're going to be encountering as you progress in your musical studies. So the first one is called A Dozen a Day, and this is going to be part of the technical challenges that you're going to be practicing. Notice that it says here that these are to be done before practicing your fun songs and your other things, just to get your fingers limbered up. So like you wouldn't go hike a mountain without stretching out. Just like the Olympic athletes, they don't just wake up and be able to do all of the hard swimming and the gymnastics and the all of the different things. I don't know what kind of the events that are your favorites, but they can't just like wake up and do those things. They have to train pretty much their whole life to be able to do those things, and they have to stretch out and do all of the exercises that are necessary for them to become good athletes. So that's what this book is going to help you to do as you are training your fingers to be able to do the fun things on the piano. Okay, so you'll be working through all of these exercises, and I'll explain more about that later. But today I wanted to give you a tutorial on the first song in our perfect 10. So this book covers a lot of the styles that we have done in the past. I think that you'll find something that you really enjoy here, whether it's ragtime or jazz, blues, classical, showstoppers. There's just a little bit of everything in here. Now the first one is called the Stadium Rag. Now I don't know if any of you have been to an actual game, like a baseball game in a real stadium, but they have an organ usually, and the organ goes da 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 da, and then the crowd goes charge. All right, so maybe that's old-fashioned to some of you young kids. You've never seen that, or you're not really into baseball. But Stadium Rag is a ragtime song that's made with that idea in mind. So the fun thing about this one is that it uses a lot of chromatics. Okay, now chromatics are just a series of half steps. Okay, so you all know half steps, like from one note C to C sharp, D sharp. That's the smallest interval of sound that we have on the piano. Okay, we have fingering that we use for doing the chromatics. If you want to go fast, 1 3 1 3 1. Where there's no black key, that's a 2, and then 3 1 3 1 3 1 2. Okay, so you want to use your third finger on the black notes. 1 3 1 3 1 2 3 1 3 1 3 1 2. And if you train that over and over and over, you can eventually go pretty fast. Let's see how fast I can do it this morning. Not too bad. I don't know if I could do that as well with my left hand. I don't train my left hand as much, but we'll try. Oh yeah, I kind of messed up there. But anyway, you get the idea. So the Stadium Rag is going to be using that idea here. It's going to have some chromatics in the upper note. Notice there's 3 parts here in the treble clef. You've got the G's, and then it goes up to the A flat, and then the A, and it keeps on going up by half steps. It also does that in the middle note and the lower note. Okay, so notice it's going to go with the upper note, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D natural. The middle note does the same thing. D, 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 E flat, E, F natural, F sharp, G, A flat, and then it jumps up to C to form that second right there. The lower note also does that as well. The B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F sharp. So when you put that together, it forms the chord. So the chord is also moving up. So if you already know the chords, these chords are written in their first inversions. Okay, so the upper note, the highest note, is the name of the chord. Okay, so you've got your G, A flat, D7. Okay, so they have that middle note up on the C right there to make the D7. All right, so you're going to find a lot of chromatics in this song. That's just the introductory part, but you're going to see it all the way through. Okay, so let me show you one other thing that you're going to need to know. Notice that the 8th notes here are not equal. Okay, you've got the dotted ones, and then you've got the 16th note here. Okay, so some of you have not really learned that rhythm so well yet. So this is a quarter note. I just took one little sticky note here to show you. This is one sticky note, right? Okay, and it simplifies the quarter note. All right, so that just gets one. Here I've broken it down into eighth notes, okay? So you've got just still one sticky note, but I'm gonna break it into half, okay? So see how I'm breaking this one in half? All right, so 1/2. So I'd say the first half is the number. That's 1 and that's how you'd count these, 1 and. So if it comes in on beat 2, it would be 2 and, okay? Or it could be 3 and or 4 ands. I'm still just taking the one beat and breaking it in half, okay? So this quarter note is equal to 2 eighth notes, okay? Now the last page, I'm breaking it down into fours, okay? So you've got your 1, your E, that's how we break down the number, the 1 or the 2 or the 3 or the 4, and then the and, we break that half down into 2 parts, and we call it the and the okay? So now we have 4 individual pieces. We would count it 1 E and So that's how we would count the 16th notes, 1 E and okay? So for this song, you've got the first 3, 1 E and with that dotted eighth note, and then the last part, the is the 16th note, okay? So this is an eighth note worth, and this is the dot, adding that extra half, okay? So we're gonna fold that down. That leaves the okay? So we broke this down into fourths. This one is 3/4 for the dotted eighth note. That gets 3 of those individual little quarters, and this gets the final quarter of the beat, okay? So you would count that 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, like that. But you don't really want to be counting it all along because you're going to go faster. So just kind of get the hang of that and get used to the rhythm flowing like that. And then you can just kind of feel it and it'll be a lot more fun. So we'll go ahead and show you what this is going to sound like. Exciting piece. I think that it'll get us all energized, wanting to learn our songs. It's a pretty short piece, so you should be able to get this easily. We're going to have a contest with all of our songs in this book, so you're going to have about a month to learn each song along with the other things that we're doing in piano. At the end of the month, you're going to get a grade, so let's see how close you can get to that perfect 10, okay? All right, good luck, happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.